Bire mazak wurut nogong. Morowia kopmanoro tijit ningai.
We are one Guyana, a place of peace, a place of love. We are one Guyana, it's paradise, it's our world.
Sugar cane, same Guyanese blood in our vein. So make we burn out the hatred, time for erasing. Can't make that destroy. 6 race I share the same space in this 83,000 square miles.
We are one Guyana, a place of peace, a place of love. We are one Guyana, it's paradise, it's our world.
Brother is a brother, no matter which religion is you. Could a Buddhist, Christian, Muslim, Hindu. Sister is a sister, real and true. One big part of culture brew.
And all of we together could really make this dream come true of a brighter Guyana for me and you. Ocean to mountains, hear this tune. Take it cool.
We are one Guyana, a place of peace, a place of love. We are one Guyana, it's paradise, it's our world. Love runs deep like a beautiful rivers for Guyana. Oh, and when we stand as one, mighty like Mount Jemima for Guyana, for Guyana. Our life would be beautiful, just like Guyana. She's blessed us with her own, just got to embrace her. They say one and alone can't clap, lots of lots.
And thank you very much for joining us. I want to say a very good evening to you and welcome to the Diaspora Connected. It is certainly a pleasure to welcome you here tonight. I want to say thank you very much to our technical teams, our technical team here at Sky TV New York, here in the New York area. And of course, our team down there at the Guyanese Critic, Daybreak News. Thank you guys very much for putting in that work to make sure we sound and we look good. So thank you very much. I want to encourage you to share the video, share it with your friends. You can send it in a message to your friends and let them know that we're on. You can also share it on your timeline if you know, we're asking you to share our video so others can join this program. And yes, so I want to say thank you very much. I know that, you know, I am delighted that you've taken this opportunity to join us. And other people, they acknowledge some of the people. So I should to Karina. Let's say hello to Karina. Let's say hello to Susan, Margaret, Jasmine, Kamlawati, Ravi, Feroz, Data, so many people. I would not be able to acknowledge all of you guys because I would not be like the other program who spent about 10 minutes of the program talking, welcoming people and calling out people's name and sending out greetings as if it's a greetings program. But I'm saying greetings to all of you guys and sending you saying thank you also for joining us, because I am certainly happy. There's no program without you, and what we want from you, the only thing we ask you to do is to show your support by sharing our program on your timeline. Never ever you would ever hear us here ask you to send us money or anything like that. We're not low life like that. We don't have to beg for money. We can take care of our own bills. We're not saying that we're rich or anything like that, but we believe that we are doing a community service here for you guys. So we'll never be bombarding you to send a little freck for us or anything like that. So let's make sure we put that out there. Once again, thank you very much to the Guyanese Critic also for partnering with us and making this program possible. My name is Ossie Rodgers, and of course, we will have an interactive program tonight, and I'm looking forward for lots of calls, because the last time we started getting the calls in the last 20 minutes of the program, and there were so many people were trying to call with their questions and comments, we were not able to take all of them. So I want you to know, if my operator can put the telephone number on the screen, our telephone line will be open from start of the program, and we're looking forward to taking your calls, having a rapport with you guys. If you want to call to give us a question, you want to call to give us a comment, you want to call to critique us, because we welcome criticisms also, because that will make us better. We're not thin-skinned or anything like that. We welcome our brothers and sisters who may have a different political view than us to come on this program, and let's have a discussion, let's have a debate. What your political party, to those who support the PNC, what your political party should have been doing is debating the issues in Parliament, but they go there and it become a cuss down and abuse down. So you can come here, we can debate the issues. And we've got a caller right away, so I'm going to take the first caller, and then we're going to get into our program. Since we got our caller, we'll take the call. Good evening, caller. This is the Diaspora Connected.
Good evening, Mr. Rodgers.
How you doing?
I am very thankful. I'm very grateful that I get onto your program tonight. But I don't know. Well, I'm absolutely sure you would have had a look at the two phenomenal show, the recent ones with Freddie Kissoon, David Hines, and Leonard Gildari, right?
Yes.
And then there was the other one last night with Ganesh Mani Paul.
Right.
And Mr. Freddie Kissoon.
Yes.
I think we have an exhibit of insanity whenever these people or these individuals comes on a program.
Right.
That is not the usual delusional, concocted trash that they would try to disseminate to their support base. When you listen to Mr. David Hines, sir.
Yes.
Mr. David Hines lives or reside in the United States. In the U.S., a country that is culpable of marginalization, suppression, oppression of black people. It wasn't easy. And it continued to suffer the blunt of institutional racism. You're talking about police officers who may not, if you understand what I mean.
I do understand, yes.
And these same folks, you don't see them on the mainstream media or any medium to address these endemic issues.
Let me just, sorry, I just want to interrupt you 1 second. We are getting a report that maybe our audio might be a little bit low. So, Mr. Technical Guy, if you can put our audio up a little bit for us. Go ahead. Okay. Sorry about that. Want to make sure that everybody can hear you.
Right? When you listen to the
So-
concocted trash that comes out of Mr. David Hines' mouth on the
last time he was there.
Leonard Gildari show.
Right.
Yeah. He loved black people. Really? Sir, I grew up in Buxton. I lived in Buxton for 10 years from 1990 to 2000. And when I went to live in Buxton, very few people had television. Very few yards had potable water. And very few homes had electricity. Most of the streets that you see are paved streets now. It was just the perimeter of the street with a track leading from the road to the seawall or the road to the railway embankment.
Yes.
If you understand what I mean.
I do understand.
In 1992, when the PPP were declared the winner of the election, I was 8 years old, Mr. Rodgers, and I saw the force-on protests, the vandalism, the looting, the beating as a child. I was 8 years old.
Okay.
In 1997, I was attending St. John's College in Georgetown. And me and my friends, the reason why I would say, like, well, I come from a multicultural background, right? My grandfather's Negro, my mother's Douglas, my father's Indian. But you ask me about my Indian family, I can't tell you much about them because I would have lived all my life around my Negro side family.
Okay.
So for me to be a racist, then I will be racist to my own self because I have immediate cousin and immediate auntie and uncle that are Afro-Guyanese. And that's my mother, blood, siblings.
Right.
Because my grandfather was a very busy man when he was young.
All right. So I'm happy. Go ahead.
Yes, as I was saying, I don't want to take up much time, but when you listen to these guys, sir, sometimes it really puzzles your mind. Like how people could fathom these trash. Listen to Ganesh Mahipal. Like he's still having to recover from the election syndrome. The election loss syndrome of 2020.
Right.
He's still living in a delusional world.
Unfortunately, I know that this is going to surprise a lot of people. I did not watch the show last night, and a lot of people said to me, you needed to watch that show. But I did not watch it because I've had my dose of comedy for the day.
Now,
so,
Mr. Rodgers,
Yes, sir.
Rodgers, I'm absolutely sure you are aware of the attempt by the last AP and UAFC caretaker government when they paid a lobbyist in the United States to persuade the United States, House of Representatives,
right,
or the U.S. Congress,
yes,
that they would have won the election on Bingo's number.
right.
Could you remember that?
I do remember, yes.
Now, if you're saying that you're representing black people interests and you have emancipated from slavery and all of that, the House of Representatives in the United States of America, the majority of the representative in either the House, the Senate, whichever level of the U.S. government, most of them are Caucasians.
All right.
If you understand what I mean.
I understand, but that does not mean that they do not serve in the interest of the American people.
I'm just putting it in a context like that.
So, yeah, so let me hear what
If
you...
you so love your country, if you understand what I mean, right? Don't get me wrong. If you so love your country, and you don't want anybody to intercede in Guyana's domestic affair, then why would you want to go and persuade people that you hypothetically would contextualize as your slave master?
Right.
No,
so
we
I understand what you're trying to say, because but it goes back to the hypocrisy of that political party. Because on one hand, and I can point out the hypocrisy, and like I say, on these programs, I try to use simple language and simple explanation so people can understand us. But it points to the hypocrisy of that party. Because you're saying that, tell the foreigners to stay out of our country and stay out of our business, but yet still, when it suits your position, you run into the same foreigners to assist you.
I'm hearing you clear.
Anyway, sir, I got to take some more calls because, I don't want to.
Okay, enjoy
Right.
your night.
Thank you very much. I appreciate your call, though.
Before I go, right? Before I go, the young Afro-Guyanese have rejected the coalition, which they haven't come to that grip
Right.
of reality.
Right.
Have
Right.
a good night.
All right. Thank you very much. And that was our very first caller there. And like I said, I want to make this program especially very interactive. So we have our telephone number on the air, on the screen, sorry. And you can feel free to call in. I think that we have another caller coming through. I'm going to take that call also. Good evening. You're live on the Diaspora Connected.
Hey, good evening, Ossie, and to all your viewers near and far. First of all, I must commend you for the awareness that you bring to the Guyanese population. I think the work that you're doing is more than just party affiliated. It's really just bringing consciousness to people.
I like the word you use. Sorry to interrupt you, but I intend to bring consciousness. I'm not necessarily doing party work here because I am bringing the facts.
Exactly. When you were to look at someone like Nigel Hines, I hope I'm getting his name right, it's really ridiculous.
David Hines. Nigel Hines is no longer in politics. David Hines.
David Hines.
Yes.
David Hines invokes racism into the minds of the APNU supporters that are surrounded by the black history. I am mixed. I'm half black, half Indian. And any right-thinking Guyanese that would even associate themselves with this guy and more so the party is way more than what they're looking to accomplish in life.
Right.
I think politics need to be about policies. What are you doing that impact my life in a positive or a negative way? Now,
Right.
These guys are telling the people, my ancestors, we need to live for our ancestors. And I mean, we pay homage to our ancestors, be it Indian, African,
Right.
Afro-Indian, whatever it is. We pay homage to them. But at the end of the day, how is our community impacted in a positive way? Changes in a third world country cannot come overnight. You have to build infrastructures. You have to build roads. You have to
Right.
build hospitals. You have to build capacity. Until you complete building this capacity, then the local people can really see the benefits. But these guys are trying to tell their people, oh, we got oil money, so why are you not getting any money? Okay, so we're going to give you the money. You go fet, put on your weave, go out and party, quick with everything else. But then what happens tomorrow? Tomorrow,
Right.
what I'm speaking about tomorrow, I'm speaking about tomorrow for the next generation, for the next 10 generations.
Well,
How do we...
my friend, this is what this political party is all about. You know, this political party, they they refer to it here in the United States as tax and spend. You just tax the Guyanese people and you just spend all the money. You don't build any infrastructure. You don't invest in the future. You don't do anything like that. That is what the PNC believes in. So when they're talking about the oil money and giving away the oil money, that's what they want. They want to give away so that nothing, when we give away the oil money, just give people the money and they still travel on the same broken down roads. They still have the same dilapidated schools. They still have the same broken health system. Go to the hospital. Remember, we went back to a healthcare system in Guyana where when you go to the hospital, it does not matter what the complaint was when you go to the Georgetown Hospital. On the Val de Lawrence, the former PNC chairman and minister and former minister of health, you go to the hospital and they're giving you Panadol for anything that you go there for. We went back to that. So they don't believe in investing in infrastructure or anything like that. They don't believe in building things that would last. That is why they took billions of dollars and built us a huge wood ants nest on Homestretch Avenue. These are the things that our young people, our people need to remember and understand, that this political party, the People's National Congress Reform, APNU, AFC, whatever they call themselves, they don't believe in investing in anything. That is why you notice they're knocking down education. You notice they have an issue because of the gold scholarship and anything that the government is doing to invest in our young people. They have an issue with the government assisting families with the uniform voucher and the Because We Care cash grant. They have an issue with that because the government is investing in people and they want to give the money out so people can buy Bujubantan tickets and Skeng tickets and all these tickets and go and weave and 2 cell phones and Jordan's boots. That's the type of policy that the PNC believes in.
Yeah, and I got one last point before I go, OC. One thing that has been a real trap in the road for Guyanese people is the fact that, for example, today I see Aubrey Norton did a whole press conference and he's talking about criminal activities and criminal events.
Right.
Let's be realistic, brother. We're black people. Let's be realistic, right? If you were to do a research on the demographic of people who surrounded by criminal events and activities in Guyana, bro, we have to come to the conclusion that is our kind. Now, when you go after our kind, then they're coming out in the streets and saying, no more black people. You mustn't go after another black people.
Right.
So where are we getting? So you know what these guys are pretty much telling us, the people? They're pretty much telling us, hey, we're going to bait you guys. And after we bait you, then we're going to turn around and say, hey, it's on you.
Right.
That's what has been happening. Well, that's my 2 cents, OC. Keep doing your thing, man. Appreciate it.
All right, thank you very much for coming through, man. I appreciate this call, and I wanna add on that because, like the caller just said, you know, they're talking about criminal activity, and they're calling for the Honorable Vice President Bar Jagdeo to be removed, and they say it's because the president is not acting on their request. They're the only people that are asking for the vice president to be removed. They want the vice president to be removed because the vice president continues to be a thorn in their side. They want the vice president to be removed because they know as long as Bar Jagdeo is in active politics, the PNC is deader, for the want of a better word, and bad English. But it's already a dead party. But with Bar Jagdeo supporting His Excellency the President and the Cabinet, and helping with policies to develop people, once Bar Jagdeo continues to play a role in the government, and it's not just Bar Jagdeo, but they have an issue with Bar Jagdeo. He's their scapegoat. You know, they throw everything at him because so that is the reason why they want him to be removed. Don't worry with all this nonsense they're telling you, but because the president refused to act to remove Bar Jagdeo and then call an investigation, that is embolden, I think is the word they use. That is embolden criminal activities in the Guyana police force and at Gaisuko and other places. That's what they said. But let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Criminals in Guyana became emboldened when the PNC refused to act on constitutional commands. When the no confidence motion was tabled in Parliament, the Constitution requires certain things. The governor should have been in snap election within 3 months. And the PNC, with their brother in this criminal activity, the Alliance for Change, refused to honor the Constitution. That emboldened criminals. What also emboldened criminals is when PNC was in power in prior to 2020, when their main focus was on assisting criminals. They did not play that big focus on education or young people or needy or older folks or anything like that. David Granger and Aubrey Norton forms part of that organization. Their main focus was the criminals. That is why, ladies and gentlemen, they took away the one laptop for family when young people were using these laptops to get their IT skills and be able to develop and become computer savvy. They took that away and replaced it with one tablet per criminal because their focus was on criminals and criminal activity. Their main what they set out to do as a political party in government was always to be soft on crime and soft on criminals and to create an enabling environment where criminals can get to do their criminal activity without any recrimination. And anything that I say here, I can put it to the test because it was that political party that went on the East Coast and created the criminal situation, created an environment, an enabling environment for criminals to go to Monrepo and to loot and to steal people's stuff. Tell me if I'm wrong. Anytime that, when I say things, ladies and gentlemen, I like to cite examples. I like to show you examples. So I want you to tell me that I am incorrect when I'm saying that it was the PNC who went on the East Coast and created that enabling environment so that criminals can go to Monrepo and rob and steal from innocent poor Guyanese who are plying their trade to feed their families. Tell me that I'm wrong. Prove me wrong. We got another caller coming through, so I'll take this call. Oh, I think we just missed that call. But caller, you can call us back. Our telephone number is on the screen, ladies and gentlemen. It is 971-280-4444. We're having an open line tonight, so we're giving everybody an opportunity to come through and hear their views tonight. Good evening. This is the Diaspora Connected. Welcome.
Good evening.
Yes.
I follow you in a while now. I see you lobbying for the PPP, but
I ain't lobbying for nobody,
live in the
sir.
US.
Sir, I'm not lobbying for anybody. I'm coming here to tell you the facts. And if the facts make it seem as though I'm lobbying for the PPP, then so let it be so. But I'm not lobbying for any political party. I'm bringing the facts out here on this program. But what's your contribution?
But you are PPP, no?
That's not important who I am. It's not important.
Well, okay, well, I'm a PPP.
I'm a Guyanese, and I believe in honesty, fairness, and... Okay,
I'm a
good.
PPP Indian Guyanese, but I live in the US. Since I come to the US, I feel free, comfortable. When I go to sleep in the night, when I land in the bed, I sleep until in the morning. In Guyana, you cannot do that.
Yes, you can. Yes, you can. Maybe you could not have, but yes, you can. Because everybody like comfortable, well, not everybody, but the vast majority of Guyanese go to bed comfortable. So I do not accept that criticism because, and I respectfully do so. I hope you don't think that I'm coming after you, but I respectfully do so. But we've got to be careful of the information that we put out there because our country is not riddled with criminal and people are scared and people can't go to sleep and that sort of thing. No, it's not. We have a few bad elements which are emboldened by the opposition to go out and create mischief and create crime. And sometimes those crimes are serious crimes. But it's not a country where nobody is safe and people can't go to sleep and that sort of thing. That's not true, sir. Respectfully.
I didn't say nobody is safe. I say...
Go ahead.
I say when you go to sleep, you don't go to sleep confident like when you're in the United States.
That's not true. When I go to Guyana, I go to sleep just as confident like I'm in the United States. I differ.
Because you have protection.
No, sir. So let me ask you a question. Let me ask you a question. Do you still have family in Guyana?
Yes, I went to Guyana for Pagua.
So why did you go to Guyana for Pagua if you know that you ain't gonna get for sleep comfortable? But that's not true, sir. We need to stop doing this. We need to stop bad mouthing our country because that is not true. People still go to sleep. We have criminal activity in the United States.
Bad mouthing, man, is the facts.
It is not the facts. Maybe you, sir, and I'm doing this respectfully. Maybe you cannot go to sleep as comfortable as you want to in Guyana, but there are tons and tons of Guyanese who sleep comfortable every night. They have criminal activity in Guyana. They have criminal... Now you're talking about walking. We talk about sleeping first. Now we're talking about walking.
But there's one of the things too. But
Yeah, so, but let me tell you, let me say this to you. There are certain criminal spots in Georgetown where people are, especially in the Guyanese, it's facts. And like I say, I bring out the facts here. I'm going to be honest and truthful. There are certain pockets in Georgetown where especially Indians are targeted from the time you walk around certain areas. And I can call those areas. Yes, sir. But it's not the whole of Georgetown. And it's not the whole of Guyana. They're just certain areas that is infested with criminals. And infested with criminals that are attached to a political party that comes out and defend them and represent them and advocate for them every time that they are caught. That's what the situation is.
Okay, let's come up with that topic, man.
Right.
When I think, the government need to do something about minimum wage. The minimum wage is ridiculously, man. Come on, you cannot live. I would give you 4 times the minimum wage and see if you could live on that shit in Guyana.
I agree with you, yes, but every year the government is bringing out, from since the president was sworn in 2 years ago, every year he is doing something to improve the lives of every single Guyanese person. And you can challenge me on that. Every single Guyanese person.
Okay, name one.
I could start from right here, the Because We Care cash grant, which is being rolled out right now in Guyana. Every single household that has children that are going to school, it doesn't matter whether the children are Indian, whether they're black, whether the mother supported PNC or what. Every single household in Guyana with children will receive $30,000 per child to send them to school. If you get 4 children in that house, think about how much money that is. So every year, the president is rolling out policies and programs to better the country, and he continues to do it all the time. Rome wasn't built in a day. We just removed a government that was just concentrating on filling their pockets and the country that became poorer. So imagine having to fix all of that in the short 2 years.
Old people ain't benefiting and die, especially when
Man, sir, here what happened? You just jumping around. Old people are benefiting because since the government went in, the government has increased old age pension. And every year, old age pension is going up. Since the government went in, the government removed VAT on electricity. Since the government went in, old people are no longer paying for water, which David Granger and the PNC... What David Granger took away. So old people are benefiting. And for those needy, $100,000 per needy person. That is already start rolling out. Before time, we never had infrastructure. There wasn't even infrastructure. The First Lady has already started, I don't know if the construction has started, but she's already indicated that a center will be built for people with special needs could go there. So, sir, get your information right. And I'm saying this respectfully because I think your heart is in the right place, right? I think your heart is in the right place. But get your information right.
But I have my information.
Your information cannot be right if you tell me that everybody in Guyana can't sleep properly like how they're sleeping in America. There's nobody in Guyana that get up in, and I'm not bad talking this United States because I live here.
So you're telling me a certain area people don't have to keep...
Sir, now you're going to certain area, you said the whole of Guyana first.
No, people have to keep, I know, man. I'm an Indian, I'm from the Indian neighborhood.
Sir, listen.
Have to keep vigilante, brother.
Which community people keep vigilante? Which community? Nobody in Monrepo don't keep no vigilante, sir. Monrepo's right there. Monrepo's right there. You're being I don't want it to look like I'm coming after you, sir, but your information is incorrect. Nobody in Monrepo have to farm for vigilante or anything like that. There are community policing groups, yes, but nobody in Guyana have to have vigilante and all kind of thing. We're not talking about any... I think you got the wrong country. You sure you went to Guyana or you went to some other country?
Which country you think? How I sound like? Does I sound like a Guyanese?
Yeah, you do sound like a Guyanese, but you are, but you don't sound like a Guyanese that knows what is really going on, or you're being disingenuous, sir.
No. How am I going to be disingenuous?
Because, sir,
man, I respect you a lot.
And I respect you too. And I'm talking to you. This is what respectful people do. We're supposed to debate the issues, and that's what I'm doing. I'm not disrespecting you. But if you are giving us wrong information and trying to paint our country in a certain way, I have to correct you. That is my moral responsibility here on this program.
I
So
have investment. Ossie Rodgers, I have investment in Guyana.
why would you invest in a country that you can't sleep properly? More headache again for you. Like you like headache.
Because you guys say, you and the president say, come back and invest.
Right. But and also, right?
But we need security. We need proper
Yes,
security.
yes,
Not
I agree.
bullshit security.
Hold on. I agree with you. Our security apparatus needs to be improved. Now you're talking. Now we're on the same page. Yes, we do need that.
I was coming to it, but you didn't allow me to
No,
talk.
but you cannot say that people can't sleep good in Guyana and all kind of thing to paint our country like it's a crime-ridden state or anything like that. That is not true, and that is incorrect information that we're putting out there to John public.
It's not incorrect.
Guyana is a
You
peaceful
see it
place.
different. You see it different.
And you seeing it different than the world is seeing it, sir. Than the Guyanese in Guyana. You tell me, call one of your Guyanese friends and let them call me and tell me why they cannot sleep properly at night. Any one of them.
But
You
I tell
have them
I
call
went
me on
there
this program.
Christmas and I went to Pagua. I could show
So
you
why would you go
Pagua.
Christmas and Pagua if you don't feel safe, sir?
Richmond Hill, Queen, New York. And you say you live in somewhere in Queens.
Yes, I do.
will show you proof tomorrow morning.
I want you to show me proof tonight. You don't have to show me proof tomorrow. Show me proof tonight on this program. Back up your allegations with facts. No part in Guyana you have to worry about a gunman just popping up and spraying out the whole crowd with bullets. Come on, bro. We got to be fair to our country. And listen, I'm not bashing the United States because I chose to come and live here, and it was because of a generous immigration system to have me here. And I'm always indebted to these United States. So I'm not bashing it. But don't make it look as though our country is some crime-ridden state and the United States is bed of roses and them. Come on, sir. You're not being fair.
I didn't say the United States is better.
Well,
but I say
brother,
I'm comfortable when I go to bed in the night. I'm very comfortable in the United States.
well, you got to change your mattress. You got to change your mattress and so, and put a little AC in your house, and you're gonna be more comfortable when you go to Guyana. Okay?
Anywhere you go. Okay, like Guyana, you have to put grill work and so. Where I live in, sometimes I don't close my gate. I had a friend visit from Guyana.
Brother, if you live in Richmond Hill, there's crime in Richmond Hill. I don't know who you're talking about. There's crime in Richmond Hill, and people, they have home invasion in Richmond Hill. They have killings in Richmond Hill. They have robberies in Richmond Hill. They have snatch chains in Richmond Hill and everything, sir. So I don't know what you're talking about. I live in Richmond Hill too. So if you
I never see a robbery in Richmond Hill.
Well, then something is wrong with you.
In Guyana,
You never hear about robbery in Richmond Hill?
All right, okay, come on.
Brother, let me ask you a question. You never heard about a robbery in Richmond Hill?
I heard. That's what I say. I heard.
But you never see? Huh?
But in Guyana, I see a lot because I used to work with in Georgetown, and I see a lot.
Okay. You
I
probably
never
used
see
to
Richmond Hill.
you probably used to hang out at the robbery spots. You used to go under them and come play chick.
Man, I used to work with John.
But you used to go under them and come play chick and trick yard?
Listen, I used to work with John and driving a container.
Man, I ask you a question. I ask you a question. If you go under Demico, forget your hustle and play a little trick yard and chick. There you go. It depends on where you go. But if you go I'm not gonna call big fancy place. If you go to the Marriott, even if you go to Monrepo, you're safe in Monrepo, brother.
No.
Yes, you are.
No.
Yes, you are. You're not. Maybe. My brother,
You forget I come from Monrepo.
much love to you. I came from Guyana and I can talk about Monrepo. And I'm not from Monrepo. I'm not from Monrepo, but I seem to know Monrepo better than you because I know Monrepo and got no vigilante. I think so. I think so. Man, let me, it happen. I got to take some more calls. Even in Linden you could go, but you could go in Linden, you could go in Belladrum, you could go in all those Apnu areas also, buddy, and you safe because for the most part, the vast majority of Guyanese are not involved in crime and criminal activity. And that's the truth.
But you talking and you're allowing me for talking, you know.
Yeah, because I got to correct your art. You talk now. You talk now. It's your show.
Okay. All right. The reason I say you do something with the minimum wage. The Chinese working people for like kind of $10,000 a week and them thing. If they raise minimum wage, the Chinese gonna bound to It's unreasonable for people got to work whole week.
I agree with you. There's something we can agree on. It's unreasonable. The minimum wage in Guyana needs to be increased. And I can assure you that Ashley Singh, the senior minister in the office of the president with responsibility finance, is working on it. And I can assure you in the next budget, public servants are seeing an increase in minimum wage.
How much percent?
Huh?
7% again?
It doesn't matter. How much you pay your staff? How much you pay your staff? How much you pay your staff with the investment you got in Guyana?
I invest on rice land.
Okay, how much you paying the buys them that work in the rice land?
I rent in it. Because.
But you not pay the, you even paying the people. You don't want to tell me how much you're paying?
I could tell you how much I pay my guy over here. I pay my.
Me want to hear about here because here you got, if you don't pay a certain amount, them are coming after you. You understand me? Plus they could sue you in civil court. But tell me how much you're paying in Guyana, I want to know.
I don't have no employee in Guyana. I invest on land.
All right, brother, here up it.
Because I want to go back and build a house
brother.
And retire in Guyana.
Right, but you want to go and retire when you're old age and go someplace where you can't sleep properly, you go dead out fast.
Me money and spend me money in Guyana and Guyanese.
Of course, and we welcome that. We welcome that. But that is...
And I want to plant a farm and help poor people.
Okay, good. All right. So what do you want from us?
I want security.
Okay, so I can assure you that we got a new commissioner of police who is serious about security.
He's my friend. I know him.
There you go. But still, you know the commissioner of police and you can't sleep safe. Something wrong with you, brother.
Because I don't have time for bother the commissioner.
You don't have to bother the commissioner of police. The commissioner of police is responsible for every person within the 83,000 square miles, responsible for their security and safety. And now we have a commissioner of police in place that is serious about the nation's security and its citizens, the safety of its citizens. And if you say you know him, you're supposed to know that. So you're supposed to know that the Guyana Police Force, with the appointment of Clifton Hicken as Commissioner of Police, went through an upgrade. That's a major upgrade in their crime fighting abilities.
Clifton Hicken is one man. He can't do everything.
Sir, have a good night, man. I got to go now, man. Thanks for coming through. Bye.
All right.
Good evening, caller. You're live. Listen, I love this, right? I hope you guys are enjoying it too.
Ossie.
What's going on?
I'm calling you. My name is Richard. I live in Arizona.
Oh, Richard, you from Arizona. First thing I want to ask you, Richard, I got some questions to you from Arizona, but first thing I want to ask you, when last you been to Guyana, Richard?
I went home last year.
And you sleep safe?
Of course I sleep safe.
Oh, okay, good.
I actually sleep like a baby when I go home.
There you go.
You go. I live in Arizona here, but I'm on my way back home to re-migrate back home.
Nice.
You know, I live in the land of Black-footed man, by the way.
Oh, yes. So tell us about, so I know Arizona is a big place, but do you actually know this Black-footed man, Mr. David Hines? Do you know him? Because you sound like one of his friends then.
I know Black-footed man personally. We drink, we party together.
And this is not normally important on my program because I see a Guyanese as a Guyanese full stop. But for this conversation to come into context, you are Indo-Guyanese, right?
Yes,
okay.
I am.
So go ahead.
Well, I lost a friend, Mr. Black-footed man. I watched him evolve from the last election to now. I see a man that I consider as a dear friend to actually become a racist brother. Racial remarks, you know, I don't know if he's losing his mind.
I think he has already lost his mind.
Yeah, but Black-footed man tried to give the people in Guyana this impression that he have this moral authority or this moral ground that he walked on. But he lives a nasty life here. And I want the entire Guyana to know that he's not a nice individual.
Ladies, hold on, sir, hold on. Ladies and gentlemen, the views expressed on this program are not are not necessarily the views of me, my technical guys, critics, and all them. Go ahead. No, 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 no. That's fine. That's fine, sir. Go ahead. I'm just being a little bit funny tonight. So
Yes, but I just want to expose this guy. I just want to tell Guyana that this guy here, when he come to Guyana and try to walk on this moral high ground, he is the
Yeah.
opposite that he lives here. He is not someone to be trusted with your girl child, your wife, or your sister. And I'm going to leave it at that. He's a nasty human being. I really thought he was my friend, but when I get to find out who really is, by the way, we're supposed to go to Mexico with some friends that he knows. And we all supposed to go for a birthday party, and I refuse to go this weekend.
the man is gonna come after you. Oh, he's back there.
Yes, he's back in Arizona.
He went to Guyana, create all of his racist incitement, and then come back.
A good life here in Arizona. He don't give a rat's ass about no black people. Because yes, I'm an Indian, but I'm an Indian black.
You're a Guyanese.
If you know what I mean. I'm a Guyanese. We are black people in Guyana. I'm not an African, but I'm black.
All right.
I tried to tell him that when we come here to North America, they see all of us black. So when he telling people in Guyana that he fights for black people, right? I don't know if he means all of us or African Americans, African Guyanese.
Right.
You know? But I would love for people to find out a little bit more of this black pudding man. He loves to put his black pudding in every little black girl that he sees.
Hello, sir. No, 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 no. No,
it's
sir.
black pudding we talking about here, buddy.
No, sir. No, no,
This
no.
is black pudding we talking about.
No, 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 no. We can't do that. We can
Okay.
Yeah, yeah. Respectfully.
I take that back.
All right.
All right?
Yes, sir. But
So that's all I want to say.
All
You're
right.
doing a wonderful job, and I'm happy that you guys are exposing black pudding man.
Thank you very much. And thank you for exposing him also.
Yes.
All right. Take care.
Take care.
Man, listen, guys, when y'all come through, remember that we have kids listening to this program. We have kids watching us. And we are not going to be like other programs. We're going to respect our children. And we're going to ensure that when they leave here, they can hear and they can see things. I know that sometimes we talk about these issues. I myself, it happens to me also. We talk about some of these issues and we become a little bit emotional and certain things come out. But for the most part, let us remember that we're catering for, this is a family-oriented show. Okay, guys, we move on. Yes, good evening. This is the Diaspora Connected.
Ossie,
yes, sir.
Listen, man. I from Guyana. I just want to mention something about Black Lives Movement. That's how I want to talk about.
Yes.
Listen, in America, anybody who is white is black.
Agree.
So this thing about Guyana and the Black Lives Movement thing makes no sense. This thing don't make any sense. I left Guyana in 1985. I could tell you this much. Everybody in Guyana was loving each other. We're black, we Indian, you know, this thing is this concept of racism and all this separation of Indian and blacks is a recent endeavor. I don't understand what it is. It's even in Bornham time.
Right. Well, I can explain to you what it is, sir. What it is, it's a political party. It is a political party that has lost touch with the people, that fooled the people and got into power somehow, spent 28 years rigging elections and raping the treasury and destroying the country. And when democracy was finally returned to Guyana in 1992, that political party went and it came back in disguise and pretend to be a new political organization. They were given a second chance, whether it was by Lowenfield and others, or by the voters. The jury is out on that. They were given an opportunity in 2015 to manage the affairs of the country, and from there and then, they showed that they had no plan or program to develop the country or anything like that. It was all talk. So after they were booted out of office, people couldn't wait. People were bolting for the doors. People were leaving that political party in drones. And when people realized that this is a political party that, or they themselves realize that they don't have vision for Guyana and they don't care anything about Guyana, so they branch off now into race because they've lost their support base. So all they're doing now is using the...
Brother, we go because listen, I grew up back in the Bornum time, and I can tell this much, there was no so much racism in back then 80s, and so I left Guyana in 85, brother. I tell you as much, my mentors were black people. All my mentors, all my school teachers, we never had any person. It was Lewis, it was Farouk, it was this person. It was never a race issue. This thing is a new invention. We're going backwards. But Bornum had, even though he was whatever he was, he never was in this level of racism in Guyana. I never understand where this is coming from right now. This is what I'm hearing, and I'm listening to this nonsense about Black Lives Movement and nonsense. In America, if you're not a white Saxon American, you're black. It don't matter what color you're. Brown, you could be Hispanic, you could be an Indian, you could be from Pakistan. It don't matter. You're black. It don't matter. You have to be a white Anglo-Saxon American, heritage from England. It's not to be black. You could be Irish, and you could be considered black in America. So I understand these people are confused. When they're calling for a Black Lives Movement in Guyana, it makes no sense.
Right.
Is black.
Right. But you know, they
concept,
go ahead. Sorry to interrupt you.
No, that's all right. I don't like to get involved in these conversations, but sometimes I hear these things and people are not informed enough to understand they're basing Americans as opposed to Guyanese. And it's very simple. Black in America means if you're not white, you're black. I don't care what color you. I don't care if you're even Eastern Europeans are considered not, not white. Eastern Europeans are not white in America. It's amazing that the people are not informed of what's going on. So when I hear these things, and I have to get involved because I'm not involved in racism, politics, and all that stuff. Business people don't have time for these things. It's all about marketing concepts and so forth. But Guyanese people are listening to these programs and they're understanding what's going on in America. And that's what I want to get involved with as a Guyanese. And I grew up, and my mentors in Guyana were all black people. Think about your early teachers in primary school. We're all black people. We're all black teachers because they were educated first. When indentured laborers were busy doing what they were doing, our teachers were blacks. So I don't understand what a racist thing is all about. This PNC, this thing about the politicians trying to separate us, it makes no sense. Whether you're black, whatever it is, all your friends are blacks. Any black person going to Indian home or they are brothers and sisters. I don't understand what's all this quarrel about race suddenly in 2022. This makes no sense, Ossie.
All right.
I don't want to talk too much, I'm just a regular guy who, floating around in New York, but I'd like to point that out that this thing about race, we have to respect each other's culture. It's not about race. Cultures is bigger than race. If a person has a certain type of thinking and they're religious and they have a certain thing they have to pass on, they have a right to exercise that. It has nothing to do with color. It has nothing to do with color. It has to do with living as humans. Everybody must respect each other's desires. If you want your family to be a certain age, a certain religion, you must live with it, and you must always accept it and respect each other's religion. Nothing wrong with that.
All right, sir.
So I'd like to stay anonymous, of course. All right, let me not talk too much. Take care, Ossie.
All right, take care. I appreciate your call. Thank you very much, ordinary caller. Good evening, caller. You're live. This is the Diaspora Connected. Welcome.
Hey, Ossie. Good night. Want to congratulate you on your program.
Thank you.
Very good that we have someone in the diaspora now that is actually representing the true diaspora instead of having to read and Starbucks News the propagandists such as Ms. Trott and those people there. Also, I'm a very, very strong supporter of the PPP. I reside in Canada. I'm building a house in Guyana. When I return to Guyana, I sleep well. I have an air condition. Okay?
I like that one. Thank you very much. And I see you're in Ottawa, somewhere over there in Ottawa. You got to listen to us on the phone because there might be a little bit of a delay. Hello? All right, let's move on. Caller, when you come through, listen to us on the phone because there might be a delay on the system. So talk to us on the phone. Good evening, you're live.
Yes. Hello?
Yeah, talk to us on the phone, sir. Talk to us on the phone. There's a delay.
The delay, right? Here, I want to get something straightened out if you can pass it to the government, right?
Yes.
There is, like, you people robbing in Guyana, they're robbing gold chain and stuff like that, right? Now, they should get strict penalty for the pawn shop guys that you buy stolen goods, you know? And that thing will, I think, will ease up a little bit like stealing, you know? Because as soon as they steal, they run to the pawn shop. So you should get a strict penalty to the pawn shop, you know?
Well, there is, brother, there is a law in place.
Goods, you know?
Yeah, there is a law in place for that, you know. Receiving stolen article is actually a crime, punishable by law in Guyana. So there is legislation on the book for that.
Publishing the paper because, like, you know, like nobody think about that anymore, you know?
Right, right.
So you can get it, probably by stolen properties, you're going to be severe penalty and stuff like that and bring it out to the news or whatever, you know? You understand?
Right.
So the public will hear and so like that, and it's going to be a little calm down on that. You understand what I mean?
Right, right.
I love your program and
thank you.
Keep it good up. Okay?
Thank you very much.
No problem.
All right. All right, ladies and gentlemen, our telephone line remains open. And, of course, I want to say thank you to all the callers who've called us already. We've still got some time to go. Oh, really? I didn't even get started yet. And we only got 3 minutes left on this program. I can't believe it. But before we close, I want to say, ladies and gentlemen, our country has lost a true champion. A true champion. A dedicated public servant, a lady no other than Bibi Shadiq, former commissioner GCOM, who stood there and was in the fight, notwithstanding her illness. She was in the fight there to defend our democracy in Guyana and to ensure that the criminals did not steal our election and steal our democracy. At this program, we want to send our condolences to her family. We want to say that thank you for allowing her to serve us, whether it was a GCOM as a commissioner and a champion for democracy, whether it was as a minister of government, whether it was as a lawyer or teacher. Tonight we take our hats off and we honor Bibi Shadiq and we say may she be granted eternal peace. So do we have time for another caller? All right, let's take one more. How about that? We're gonna make sure, caller, you gotta be short though. Our time is almost gone, but we'll be back here on Thursday night, you know.
I just called to say I live in New York City, right?
Yes.
But when I go to Guyana, brother, I see peaceful like a baby. So I don't know what nonsense the guy was talking.
Thank you very much, man. Thank you. Thank you very much. Have a good night. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, that's all the time we have. I happened that I made it an open line tonight and I give you an opportunity to call and hear your views. And this is what we're going to be doing here on this program. We'll be giving you guys opportunity to come through and hear your views. We'll be talking about the issues and we'll be enlightening you. And I want to say, I did not knock the brother. I want to say respectfully, I respectfully disagree with the brother. And I think maybe he chose different kind of words. But we have to be careful of the type of information we put out about our country. Our country is not the safest country in the world. I don't think there is I don't think there is a safest country in the world. We heard a lot of good things about Canada. There's crime in Canada also. There's crime in the United States, and unfortunately, there's crime in Guyana. But I can assure you that with His Excellency the President, Mohammed Irfan Ali, at the helm, he is working every single day to ensure that every single Guyanese will remain safe. I can assure you that. So he's fixing up your infrastructure and he's taking care also to make the place safer. And he's investing in the things that are important for life and well-being. I can assure you that. So Guyana is getting better all the time. And I have confidence that Clifton Hicken, Commissioner of Police will continue to put the policies and programs in place to ensure Guyana become a safer place for every single person that graces its shores. My name is Ossie Rodgers. On the behalf of our technical team here at Sky TV New York, and also our technical team in Guyana at Daybreak News and the Guyanese Critic Facebook page, we want to say thank you very much to all of you for joining us, and we look forward to talking to you guys again on Thursday. Until then, I want you guys to all stay safe, and we'll talk again. Goodbye.
Love runs deep.